Hi, day 2 of the military diet. And before I get started, I want to say that I'm so shocked. Yesterday when I hit post, honestly, this was an experiment. I was going to send it to my sister and I couldn't figure out, it wouldn't send it in a text message because it was too long, and I couldn't upload it to YouTube because I don't have a YouTube channel. So I thought I'd post this on my Facebook page for 3 seconds while my sister looked at it, and then I would take it down. And then, of course, my sister took her sweet time to look at the video. And before I noticed it, 40, 50 people had looked at it. And I was like, well, I can't take it down now because not even, it wasn't just that 50, and I'm sorry if I get a little emotional. It wasn't just that 50 people had looked at it, but people had commented. And I was getting so much support from my peer group and my friends and my coworkers. I don't tend to friend like random people on Facebook. If you're my friend on Facebook, we know each other. And it was so overwhelming to see so many people that felt the same way that I did, that were suffering with the same things that I'm suffering from, or that I'm confused about, or that bother me, or it was just overwhelming to see the amount of support and people private messaging me and, offering to help. And, it was just really, really amazing. So thank you. Thank you for paying attention, and thank you for being so kind, because for like 10 minutes I felt I had come out to the world as a drug addict or an alcoholic, or it felt like I came out to the entire world. And my world, at least, and it's my world, so it's the most important one. So it was just really, really overwhelming. And to see that I've had what, like 900 views already of this video, and I don't like to see myself on camera, so I promise it's not me sitting there looking at myself over and over again, because mirrors and I lately, no, we do not get along. I make sure that my skirt is on straight. I can do my makeup in the dark, so I don't even need a mirror anymore to do it. So I guarantee you it's not me sitting there rewinding and watching the video over and over again. So I am really grateful and thankful and shocked and surprised that so many people watched this video and shared it and struggle with the same things that I do. I'm not happy that other people struggle with their weight, but I don't feel so alone in the world with this and with the things that I think about, and how, I don't know, I'm really overwhelmed, and I'm really grateful, and I'm really awkward, and I don't know what to say in front of this camera, and I don't know, it's just weird. But anyway, day 2, military diet. What I learned on day 1, I don't like almond butter. Honestly, I'd rather have poo on my toast. It's awful. It tastes like a Mary Jane. It's like, ugh. There'll be no almond butter in my future. None at all. And I know half of you are going, what? Because almond butter is a thing. Ugh. I don't like it. Anyway, I did cheat and I weighed myself this morning. I do know that the diet is working, number one, because I was up all night peeing, all night. I didn't get any sleep. And at this age, the bladder's not so hot. It's not so strong. So I found myself running to the bathroom. I found myself hoping I didn't sneeze in public today, because there were a few times. I'm actually thinking about going to the pharmacy and picking up some poise, because I had some serious close calls today. And you would only understand this if you're a woman and you're over 30 years old. So now I understand my mom. My mom went through a period like in her early 60s where she didn't want to drink water. And I was like, Mom, you're going to dehydrate. You have to drink water. She said, no, I don't want any water. Now I know why she doesn't want any water. For the same reason I didn't want any water. But anyway, that's besides the point. I was up peeing all night last night. I did weigh myself this morning, and I'm not going to tell you guys what happened, but I do know that I have released a ton of water weight on this diet, which I thought was really interesting. So I got up this morning, and today was egg day, which makes me so happy. So I got to have an egg on a piece of toast, and I snuck my coffee in. I'm sorry, I'm not strong enough to go no coffee. I can do no sugar, but no coffee, not going to happen for the good of mankind. And I went to work, did my thing, came home, had my egg, and cottage cheese. I'm not a dairy person, so it's just so weird to have something like cottage cheese, which just is, but I don't know, I stuck pepper in it, and I ate it. Houdini didn't fight me over any of my food today. He pretty much left me alone. But I'm supposed to have 2 hot dogs for dinner, and I think I'm going to eat in the bathroom so he doesn't eat my food. But other than that, it's great. Oh, and I also got a message from an old high school friend, Caroline Troche, who had some great success with her Herbalife shakes. So she hooked me up with my 30 days. So I'm really grateful to her for reaching out and really telling me about her experience and, you know, what's worked for her, what hasn't worked for her. So I'm super duper grateful to her. So, wow, it's just been an outpouring of fun. But not so fun, I realized today what my main trigger is. And my trigger is getting in my car. I can't get hungry in the car. I'm a road warrior. It's what I do for work. I spend 70% of my time driving, if not on an airplane. I don't even want to go to an airport. Or have a delayed flight. Oh, God, no. That means alcohol and beer food for the next 3 hours. So, I realized I was in my car today and it was time to eat, and I was in a certain part of town, and all of a sudden the cravings were overwhelming and unbearable, and I'm like, ooh, driving is a trigger, eating in the car. And that's true. When I had to really look at myself and think about it, I eat in a week, I would normally eat about 50% of my meals in the car, because I'm usually on the road at dinner time. So that's also, I can pretty much make my schedule, but when we get a little lazy, we like sleeping in late and going in later to stores or things that we need to do. So I made a commitment to going in earlier and getting my trainings done early in the morning, so that, you know, I see lunchtime as 2:30, 3 o'clock. So the latest that I'm on my way home is, you know, could be 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And maybe that'll help me, you know, be home at dinner time and be able to do the right things. But it was really overwhelming the way immediately my body was triggered into false hunger when I was driving around in my car at a certain time, which was, you know, the time to go home, which is really weird. But I'm glad I realized it. Now I know it. So I'm going to have to replace something that time in the car. I don't know if it's, I don't know, put a sign in the car that says no eating, don't feed the animals. I don't know. I'm going to have to figure out a way to not associate my car with where I have my meals. That's kind of pathetic. I hope my boss doesn't see this video, because she would not like it. That I'm not taking time to eat and I'm doing things like eat in my car. Anywho, on to the next. And I have a lot of other things happen in your car too. I was listening to a radio show this morning. Those of you that live in Orlando and, you know, Tampa Bay area, it's Miguel and Molly in the morning. It's on, I don't know, 101 point something. I have no idea. But oh my gosh, talk about being angry at 7 in the morning. They start talking about this new menu item at Burger King. And it's a big puffy Cheeto, the puffy Cheetos, stuffed with macaroni and cheese and deep fried. And what angered me about the whole thing is, not that they're talking about it, whatever, I'm like, but is there a human being on earth that should be eating a Cheeto, a giant Cheeto stuffed with macaroni and cheese and deep fried? Anybody? I don't care how thin you are. I don't care if you're 6 or 66. Is there anybody on earth that should be eating that? I I don't think so. Yet there are all these people calling into the radio station saying, "Oh yeah, it comes out on the 27th." The name, like the number, the date is ingrained in my brain. So I'm like, my gosh. There's so many, and I'm not going to get political, but my first thought was like, the government fought so much to let gay people marry each other, yet they let you sell a stuffed Cheeto filled with macaroni and deep fried, and like advertise it everywhere. That's like death in a napkin. Yeah, that kind of got my fire going this morning. But anyway, tomorrow is my last day on the military diet. Tonight I get hot dogs, broccoli. I think I get ice cream again. Which, oh, by the way, Houdini licked my ice cream. So I had no ice cream last night. Because I had the little bananas to the side and the half a cup of ice cream on the other side. So Houdini comes by and just licks right through the middle of it. And I thought, this can't be the second time today that I'm going to have a fight with my cat over food. So I let him have the ice cream. I ate the bananas and was like, whatever. But today I'm eating my bananas and my ice cream. I'll probably eat them in the bathroom if he lets me go by myself. But anyway, again, thank you so much for your comments and for, oh my gosh, just for the overwhelming amount of love that I received from all of my friends on Facebook. I'm terrified because now I feel like I'm accountable to myself and I'm accountable to you too. Which is what happens when you do something crazy like release a video about how you really think. But I also feel, a friend of mine named Omar said yesterday, he goes, don't worry, I'll be here. You're going to fall down, you're going to get back up, you're going to keep it moving. That's just life. We'll be here for you. And I was like, okay. So, if during this midlife crisis I'm going to fall a couple of times flat on my face, I'd rather have you folks cheering me on than not have you at all. So, again, thanks so much for all the support. Let's hope that I can have my ice cream tonight. Houdini doesn't steal it from me, and that he doesn't steal my hot dogs. And that I actually get some sleep because I don't spend the night peeing. Thank you. Have a good one. Bye.